They, them beasts. Men who fought without fear, who howled like wolves, bit their shields, and waded into battle with eyes like a thunderstorm. But what did it actually mean to live a single day as a berserker? Let's step into his boots, fur-lined, blood-stained, and probably still wet from yesterday's river. The camp stirs in the frozen dawn. Ordinary Vikings stretch, yawn, and complain about the cold. A berserker wakes differently. He's already halfway to another world. He tears at a lump of raw meat, smears fat across his chest, and mutters prayers to Odin, as if the Allfather's listening from just behind the tree line. Breakfast is not bread and ale. Breakfast is rage, rehearsed and sharpened. The rituals vary. Some chew mushrooms until the world bends and hums. Others gulp strong ale spiked with herbs that would give a horse second thoughts. Drums thunder, shields are beaten like kettle drums, and the berserker begins to change. His breath quickens, his body shakes, his mind slips, and he welcomes it. For to be a berserker is to invite the beast in. Beowulf, boar, the animal's spirit slips on like a cloak. His weapons are simple but terrible. An axe heavy enough to crack bone and wood alike. A round shield scarred from a dozen fights. Over his shoulders a pelt, not for warmth, but for identity. To wear the skin of a beast is to say, I am no longer man. I am more. Tattooed arms, scarred faces, eyes painted with soot. This is theatre as much as war, and the audience is both comrade and enemy. The charge, the signal horn sounds. Ordinary warriors lock shields. The berserkers do not. They hurl themselves forward, a storm given legs. They howl, they bite, they foam at the mouth, and the enemy breaks. To fight a berserker is not just to face steel. It is to face the conviction that this lunatic across the line cannot feel pain, cannot fear death, and would happily chew your throat just to prove a point. The sagas tell us they were strong as bears, mad as dogs, and neither fire nor iron could harm them. Exaggeration, perhaps, but tell that to the poor farmer with a spear when a 6-foot wall of rage comes sprinting at him. This is the Berserksganga, the fury trance. The body shakes, the mind blurs, and pain becomes a stranger. An arrow pierces an arm, swing harder. A sword slices the leg. Keep moving. To the berserker, wounds are whispers. He believes himself immortal, and for the span of a battle, perhaps he is. Imagine being on the other side. Your shield wall trembles. The man beside you mutters prayers. And then you see them eyes wide, mouths foaming, draped in wolf pelts, charging without formation, without fear. History records armies collapsing at the mere sight. Because fighting is bad enough. Fighting men who look possessed by gods is another matter entirely. But frenzy burns hot and fast. When the battle ends, the berserker is spent. His muscles cramp, his skin burns, his mind crashes back into his body like a falling tree. Some collapse in exhaustion, some shake, some weep, some fall into silence so deep it frightens even their friends. For every high has its cost, and the berserker pays it in sweat, blood, and years shaved from his life. At night he lies by the fire. His comrades feast, boasting of kills and scars. He sits apart, staring into the flames, wondering whether he has been blessed by Odin or cursed by his own mind. Tomorrow, the cycle begins again. And though the frenzy leaves him hollow, he knows it will return. Because it must. It is all he is. A day in the life of a Viking berserker was more than fury. It was ritual, theatre, madness, faith, all wrapped in fur and blood. They lived as men possessed, both feared and revered. And whether by gods, by mushrooms, or by sheer will, their legend still rages. History remembers those who stand with legends. Be immortalized, Subscribe.